What is up, everybody? Welcome to today's. I don't know what this is. Like a tutorial art pod kind of thing. Over here, you can see I'm kind of showing you how to kit bash something. This is an image I'm trying to put together for Halloween. It's taken forever, and the whole thing wouldn't render. I finally got it to render, but oh wow, I had to optimize the hell out of it. So this one's called convoluted, and it's a mess. It's a mess of a creature, and it's how you can start putting things together, like just thinking a little bit differently with how you use DAZ, or if you want to create a creature or a monster or something cool, maybe this can help you. So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm just messing around. I'm putting down a base. I know that I want a mess of creatures, right? Something like the Thing or Blob, just all these things coming out of one creature, 100 faces, whatever it is, hands, arms, limbs, just this big, ugly creature. So you can see I use everything the way it's not supposed to be used. I scale characters to better suit the scale that I want. Doesn't matter that they're not the right size. Learn how to scale things, learn how to move things around, and always put your base figure down first. Make sure that they're correct, make sure that they're in the right position, and then you can start building off that. Now, kit bashing is a form of 3D. It's a form of just putting things together. It's about having a lot of elements that don't fit perfectly together, but you make them fit. And this is a very popular way, well, amongst professionals. I think like people that have just started or hobbyists or whatever, they don't know this kind of method, and it's a powerful method. It's awesome. Just ask Artie. Where is Artie? Oh yeah, he's dead. So basically, it's just a way of putting any elements you have that kind of fit together. You're just putting them in ways that they fit. You're making sure that when you put these elements together, that every part of them are plausible. I don't have things going through other things, going through things that shouldn't be there. If things are going through something else, it looks like it's well posed. Now, the problem with this in DAZ, or with characters in general, kit bashing human beings and creatures, is it's a lot of posing. It's a lot of posing to get things right. And honestly, like this part over here where you see the mouth, I leave it because I know I can fix this later in ZBrush. So you would need something like Blender or ZBrush or Maya or a mesh grabber in DAZ, something that can move mesh editor or whatever. And you can move meshes around, and you can make sure that nothing. Remember, one little thing that intersects, you can fix this up in post fine, but it's nicer not to, because you get the correct shadows, the correct lighting, the correct whatever, and you don't get these horrible artifacts in your render. So even though I've got this here now, it doesn't matter. I'll fix it later in ZBrush. Now this one, I've put bikinis on all of them or whatever. The next video that I upload will be, the one that gets flagged on YouTube. I need to work with all the bodies and everything, so I'll have everything naked, and I need to get in there and just make everything sag, look, hang right. Everything needs to be perfect. And over here you can see the way I'm kind of posing my image. I kind of know where the camera's going to be, so I've got I can pose everything that it's seen. All the things that I want to see are seen. Always try and nail down your shot before you're working. Know your shot, know your camera, because then you build for camera, nothing else. And it'll cut your workload down by, honestly, 100, 200%. It just goes a lot quicker. And over here you can just see I put a lot of effort in the faces. It's the faces that need to sell this thing. It's the power, and it's the composition. Composing something like this isn't the easiest of things, because it still needs to look good to the eye. You can't just have a mess of everything. Maybe it does turn out to be a mess, but maybe not. If you take your time, you watch your camera first, then you start building your base, then you start kit bashing everything else around it. And then you start getting things that start looking pretty cool. Now this kind of looks like Margaret, not the pretty girl in the head, the actual head. That's kind of what Margaret looks like. She looks like something between a fish and a pike. I don't know. And over here, I'm just using all the tools at my disposal, whatever the word is. But that's what kit bashing is. And this is an incredible method of being very fast and getting things looking right before you create the main model. Now look, I'm doing a single render out of this. I can fix a ton up in Photoshop, doesn't matter. So basically, if this was a real model that I was using, I would take this entire thing into ZBrush, mesh it all into one mesh, fix up that mesh properly, make things look good, and then export it. But I don't have the time for this. I just need a still image, and I don't need this thing to move. I just need a still, so I don't care much for that. After that, ZBrush, fix up the UVs, repaint the whole thing, rig the whole thing with joints and bones, and then start animating from there. But wow, that's a lot of work. I'm just doing a still, so I can just have Margaret there with something in its face, mouth, and I can just start posing things around there that start looking good. Now, I put a lot of time and effort in the faces, building those faces, making them asymmetrical, make them as ugly as possible, because that's what I like to see. I like to see beauty. I see beauty in this. This is disturbing beauty, but it is what it is. I put the veins on there. I make it look like a bit of a zombie there, skinny, ugly, anything as hideous as I can do. Possibly I will. There's a lot of polygons that you see everywhere, but it's fine. I try and clean them up. Remember, if it's not affecting your shot, it's all good. It's all good. I use this plugin. I quite like it, just to make legs and things disappear. I mean, it's a very basic one. You can do it yourself, but it's there. It makes life a lot easier doing this. Now remember, if a pose or a position doesn't look right and you've put a lot of work into it and it doesn't look right, do it again. Move the damn thing. Take your time. Look, if you just want to get through the image, you shouldn't be doing the image in the first place. Okay? You're doing it because you want to create something as beautiful as you can. And that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm trying to do here. Doesn't mean it's going to be successful, but it means I'm going to try. Over here, I'm just placing roughly where all my characters are going to be. It's a creature with a whole lot of hot chicks coming off of it. Naked hot chicks. I don't know, man. But there it is. Where do I get this idea? I don't know. In all honesty, I wasn't going to do this. I was going to do like the usual. Someone screaming, another monster doing something to, I don't know. But I thought, as I was going here, I don't know. I just had this idea of, wouldn't it be cool if I could just mash everything, just mash it all up, and see what comes out. And as I started building it, I started seeing the potential of the image and thinking, this could be a cool image where you could look at it once, see what it is, but then you could spend a long time seeing all the different details in the image. And this is what I'm excited for. This will come out in a couple of days, the image, along with the next video, which will be the ZBrush, the polishing it off, all that kind of stuff. I might break it into another one which is just the Photoshop stuff. But this one is just how I went along kit bashing something, and I hope maybe this helps you just get ideas. Oh, you can do that. You can just shove crap together and something cool comes out. Yes, you can do it as long as you do it properly. There's the arm coming out of the mouth, which is in the head, in the face, and everything is positioned so it works. The head's going through the other side of the mouth there. It doesn't matter. You're putting it together for the shot. All right, Ari, go to hell, Ari. Go jump off the building, you bastard. So everything is there, and everything has taken a ton of time to put it together. Everything, every piece is put in there with a purpose. Nothing is put in there that doesn't serve a purpose. If it doesn't serve a purpose, get rid of it. Get rid of it. And then what makes this interesting are the interactions of all of these characters together. The way everybody holds on to each other, everything is melting into each other, everything is kind of entwined and convoluted. And that's kind of where the name is. I'm not sold on the name yet, but it kind of feels like that. Everything is convoluted in this. And take your time to pose things. Now later on, it doesn't matter if little fingers and stuff are going through whatever. You can use a mesh grabber, or I go into ZBrush and I make sure that all the fingers are denting and moving the skin properly and intersecting properly. This is the beauty of ZBrush. I'm not happy that Maxon took over, but I use an old version when it was still created by a better group. You can see up there the face is completely intersecting in the jaw. That face with the arm coming out of it, it's not right, but this gets fixed in ZBrush. And don't forget, or don't be scared to duplicate characters. They're already in a cool pose. You can just tweak them now, move them around, see where they go, and you can just start creating something pretty damn epic, which is cool. Now look, this isn't going to be a finished tutorial because there's a couple of parts to it, but this is kind of like an introduction on how to kit bash. Just how to start putting elements together. And when you're putting elements together, remember, colors should they shouldn't be loud against each other. They shouldn't clash. They should all kind of go with each other. You know, like the pinks and the skin tones and the whatever. Everything should kind of have they shouldn't clash. Colors shouldn't clash, so it looks like they blend better. And that's it, man. This is how you put something like this together. The image will come out soon, a couple of days. I'm hoping to finish it. I had massive troubles rendering it. I tried it for a couple of days, nothing worked, but I optimized it and it worked. So I hope this helps. Let me know if this helps or if this is something you enjoy. And I will see you definitely on Friday with the next episode of this, and it'll be how I finished everything off and whatnot. It'll probably be an art pod, just playing it in the background, and then the Photoshop will be everything else. Anyway, here's the render so far, and I hope you're well. I hope you have a lovely day and a wonderful weekend. All right, Ari. Go to L, Ari. Bye, guys. See you.